Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, bringing you guys Promised Neverland Episode 3. I'm hoping for a good episode this week, guys, because this has been a great week for anime, for me anyway, for my reactions. So, on Mondays I do Steins Gate, for those of you who may not know that are maybe new to the channel from the series, and that episode was really good. And then Boruto, I'm watching right now, had a really good episode. And now this is my last reaction for the week. Um so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I think I look forward to this series more than any other show for me right now, because when I do discussions like this, I'm kind of talking to myself. Granted, I do get to talk to you guys in the comments here and there um about the theories and everything. But for this show, I have a friend watching it as it airs as well, which is half the reason I decided to pick up this show in a third slot. Um, and I'm really I really look forward to talking to him and hashing out theories and stuff. So he watched it earlier today. He's been waiting for me to watch it, and I'm watching it now. And then he's asleep already. It's pretty late, but when he wakes up tomorrow, we'll be hashing out our theories together, basically me reiterating stuff I say at the end of this video. Anyway, so episode 2 was it was a good episode, but it was definitely like a build-up episode. Like, you can tell they did a lot of planning, they did a lot of talking, they filled in Ray with info on what's going on, because he was very suspicious of them and everything. And they made some discoveries. They know they have trackers on them, and yeah, so it's definitely like building up the suspense that's going on. And Mom's creep level was on a or creep. I messed that line up. I say line. I don't have anything scripted. But I messed the sentence up, I suppose is what I should have said. Anyway, the mom's creep factor is on a whole nother level, which is what I wanted to say, and it came out wrong. But yeah, mom was being a big creep. We got introduced to the second, like, maid, or whatever you'd consider them. I guess they consider her mom, but having, like, both of them be mom is kind of weird, and I'm surprised they don't question it. Granted, we did see her right at the end of the episode, so maybe they will. But they're like, well, we have mom, and then we have someone that's doing the same job as you, but we refer to her as, her name. I can't remember her name, but... So that's interesting to me. It makes me wonder if they will, like, kind of question it a little bit. Because they've been, like, their mom, like, that's what they see her as, is, like, not just a name, but they see her as their mom, because she's, like, the only one there raising them. So... I don't know, maybe it'll be normal for them. Maybe they'll just assume that, someone else got hired on, and it won't amount to anything. But, I also had, like, the sneaking suspicion that I wonder if the new mom could possibly, like, end up being good. Like, maybe she feels bad for them, after she gets to know them and such. But probably not, because I assume the monsters kind of decide who runs the farm, and then like, I don't know. I don't know if they do anything to them, because I was thinking, I had a couple theories that mom might be one of the monsters, like, somehow disguised, because we don't know what they're capable of yet. Because she's, like, not remorseful at all, like, she's feeding up these kids, like, happily, it seems. So I wonder if she is, like, one of the monsters, or if she's just, like, some crazy person that can sacrifice kids without batting an eye. But if she is just a normal human, you'd think that some of them might have some kind of, like, feelings involved. So I don't know if they're, like, brainwashed, or monsters transformed, or if they're just, like, they just pick the crazy people. But I do wonder if any of them, like, any of the people helping could end up being, like, compassionate towards the kids. But who knows how they were raised. They could have been raised up in such a fucked up environment that they're just fucked up themselves. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to this episode. And I hope you guys are looking forward to watching. So let's get into it. Alright, guys, so we are going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, right, everything's good. Right into the intro, okay. Have they all been right into the intro? Or have we had a little bit of stuff before? I love this intro. Na 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 na. Love that part. It actually, I'm not gonna lie, having this right off the bat hypes me up for the show because I'm a little tired right now, and I actually I have like a really weird sleep schedule where I take a nap and then I wake up and do my reactions, and that's just like how I've done it. Like this, my daily routine is all like my work and everything I do during the day, and then I get home and I take a quick nap, and then I stay up really late playing games or recording or whatnot. But so sometimes I'll like go to take my nap all prepared to wake up and record, and I look forward to it, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm tired, I don't wanna. But this song actually just really hyped me up right now. Na 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 na. I just realized that they're punching through like puzzle pieces, and that's kind of interesting. Okay, we're getting right into it. Oh, I need to move this cup, blocking the subtitles slightly. Alright. So it's in the center between all of theirs? All of their bedrooms? Because they said the 3 children. Did that mean them? Oh my god, that kid just got nailed in the face with the ball! Yeah, where did they come from, right? Yep, that was one of my theories, is that they had, like, they might have another farm. They might have another farm that's for farming kids, you know, like, not raising the kids, but, you know, where they do the deed and give birth and everything. Not that, I don't think the demons do the deed, but they have, like, males and females, you know. Or, you know, something like that. Or they're, like, test tube babies, I don't know. Either way. I wonder if it has to do with the tattoos on their necks. The tracking device. The tattoos on your neck, maybe. Maybe. That's a good thought, I suppose. That's if she just got it. They could put the tracking on at birth. Yep, so that just confirmed there's more than one plant. Like, more than one farm, I believe. If I read that right. And this is interesting, by the way. We're getting, like, them in private. Alright, so she's not very compassionate yet. I didn't think it was gonna be. I wonder if she doesn't want to get in trouble, or if she really just thinks she can handle it. I wonder if she'd get in trouble if she said if some of the kids found out. Damn. Isabella and Krone. I got to remember their names. Who's she talking to? Herself in the mirror? Oh, God. So the adults are just crazy in this world. So fascinating. I have a theory regarding this. I need to try to remember to talk about. Jesus Christ. Well, she is insane. Well, also hard if Isabella's just standing right outside the door and just like stabs her as soon as she opens the door. Hmm. So he wants to just kill him, I guess. Jesus. She is, frickin' her faces are crazy. Yeah, she is. So what are you gonna do about it? So she didn't find any marks, it seems like. She's doing this right in front of that girl, what the hell? Oh, does she know that they, like, took off? Ooh, behind the ear. So how are they gonna get it out? Is it somehow like embedded in the ear? Jesus, Emma. Hmm. That the evil glare on the glasses makes me think that she might like spill the beans or something. Grandma. At the Tifari? Offered at the Tifari or Tafari. Something like that. Ooh. That would please them. So they have a hierarchy. I mean, we kind of knew that already. Interesting. What's with everyone getting hit in the head? What are you up to, Glasses Girl? Yum. Also, if they break it, could she notice? Is that someone listening in? Is that why it's giving us this angle? I'm always suspicious of these camera angles. Yeah, they need to do it when they're about to escape. Hmm. So, yeah, they said he's like very handy, like making things, kinda, so maybe he'll come up with something. It's definitely true. It's mean to say, but they gotta figure that out. These camera angles, I swear there's gotta be someone like listening. So pretty much using tag as a form of training. That's what they said. So Learning how to cover their tracks. Interesting. It's pretty cool. I agree. God, her face. Jesus. How do they not get friggin' suspicious? She looks so evil. I'd be terrified if I was a kid. I mean, I know they do that for us, but... God. She's booking it. They're about to get jumped. Alright, that's how they're doing their montage of catching. That was pretty cool, I like that. Jesus. This chick is crazy! Is it a trap? Maybe? Or not? Never mind. Ooh. Did she lose her? Probably not. Interesting. I guess. I don't know. Jesus Christ. Oh god, she's right on him. She's definitely gonna win, I think. She went after the one with weaker physical strength. When they split up. I suppose that was a good move on her part. Oh, I think that was the first, like, shooken... Oh, damn. That was the first time she was, like, shooken, I think. God, what's up with her? I wonder if she's somehow using her, like, if Krone or whatever is using her as like a spy kind of thing, maybe. There's something up with her, though. Ooh. So probably the glasses girl, maybe? Or maybe it's a red herring? I don't know. I wonder what kind of lies they fed whichever one it is. Calm down, Emma. Don't get suspicious of everyone. You're fine. You're fine, Emma. Chill. Jesus. Oh, that's how they ended? Alright. Dude, I kind of want to listen to the intro again now that I'm listening to the outro. Interesting episode, though. Do, do, do. I really like this shot right here with like all these flowers and then underneath it it's all like reminds me of it all being like cheerful on the surface, but deep down it's really like depressing. Alright, I don't want to see any preview. Okay, so that's just the end of the episode. Alright guys, so that is episode 3 of Promise Neverland. It was a good episode. Definitely I would say it was definitely a character development for Sister Krone or whatever they call her. The new, like, the extra assistant to the mother, lady. They really wanted to drill in that she is just as creepy, if not creepier, than Mom is. Isabella is the mom's name, right? So we have Sister Krone, Isabella, and then Carol, I believe, was the new baby. I'm trying to remember as many names as I can, but majority of the kids I'm not going to remember. I'm probably mostly going to remember the mom, the assistant, and then Emma, Ray, and Norman are probably the 3 I will mostly remember. But yeah, like, they definitely drilled in the creep factor for Krone this episode, and then I guess they also, like, demonstrated how they're gonna get the kids ready without telling them anything. Through tag, they're gonna train them, and they gave us, like, a little montage of them training. And I guess Sister Krone, Sister Krone decided to participate in the fight, not fight, but game, because she has her own motives. She wants to overthrow the current mom and take her place. And so this was her testing the waters to see how good the top scoring kids are. And she was very confident of the whole thing until the end, where we actually saw like a shaken look on her face when she went up against Norman and Ray. Like, even with Emma, she like didn't really bat an eye going after her. She was just like, "Oh, found you!" like real quick. But yeah, so Norman and Ray actually beat her. Excuse me. Which surprised me a little bit. Um, I did have some theories. Um, so we saw that scene with Sister Krone in her room where she was like plotting her shit and she was talking to someone. At first, I thought she was talking to herself in the mirror, just being the crazy person she is. But she took it a step forward and she's talking to like a baby doll. And part of me thought to myself, I wonder if like these moms, like these crazy people who at the start of the episode I said I'm not sure if they're human or if they're like demons in disguise because we don't know what the demons are capable of yet or something like that, or being brainwashed. I think it might be a form of brainwashing, but not brainwashing in the traditional sense. Like, I don't think there's actually, like, they put on, like, a helmet or hypnotize them or something, you know, like, one of the things like that. What I think it might be, based on seeing Krone in her own room and in her own environment talking to that weird baby doll, is I think these moms come from another farm of people where they have women, at least women, maybe men too, to give birth, you know, to all these kids that they eat. And I wonder if they take the women after like a certain amount of time and they take like the ones that just break down and put them in charge. Because if you think about it, if you've lost, you know, if you've had who knows how many kids, like, we could say they're in their 30s, and if we be generous and not, like, sick people, we could think they'd start having kids around, like, 18, 19. You know, realistically, I think it's possible to have kids earlier than that. I don't know. I don't like kids. I don't even, like, care about any of that. But, like, let's just say 18, 19, and let's say they might be like 30 now. So that would give them, like, they could have had, like, let's say 11 kids. You know, if they did it efficiently, maybe like 12 or 13. I don't know if there's like an amount of time between kids that, like, your body physically, like, needs or something, but that is a possibility, right? That they had a ton of kids that were all taken away from them and they just broke down, and her doll is her way of, like, compensating, and another way of compensating is her wanting to be in charge of this orphanage where she can actually be a mom, you know, in her own sick and twisted way. You know, she wants to be a mom. Because of all the kids she's lost. So that's my theory, and the actual mom, Isabella, might be in the same situation. She's already the mom, so she doesn't have to compensate in any other way. But she seems like she has her own motives. Like, I don't know if she could get in trouble for the kids finding out. And that's why she wants to cover it up and deal with it herself. Because even Krone said that she was covering it up, you know? So it sounds like she's doing something she's not supposed to. She's doing something against the normal protocol. Because she talked about, like, as if there's, like, a protocol for this sort of thing. So other people might have, like, figured out a way to escape in the past. Or figured out, like, the whole situation. Maybe they didn't escape, but they have a protocol to deal with it, which is probably find them and kill them and, feed them to the people. But they probably get in trouble. I don't know if they'd get fired, but they'd at least get in some kind of trouble because it was like merchandise that wasn't fully ready yet, you know? So it's like if you're working at a grocery store and you drop something and break it. It's merchandise that hasn't been able to sell yet, and you just broke it, and it's now no good anymore. But yeah, so where was I going with this whole theory? I think that was pretty much what I was saying. Is I just think that she's covering up something, or she's covering up this whole situation, and she's not supposed to be. So she could get into some trouble. They apparently have a communication network. We saw Isabella. Um, what's he called? We saw Isabella in a room with like headphones on, and she was talking to someone she considered grandma. So I wonder if it's like when you get to a certain age, you retire from working at the homes, and that's why she's considered grandma, or they just have this weird hierarchy where they consider like the people in a higher standing than them like one rank up in the family. So like mom, son, daughter, like grandmother, great grandmother, something like that. I don't know. But that's interesting. I wonder where I'm curious like what's up with grandma. Like how crazy is grandma? Like the grandmas are always the crazy ones, right? She's probably truly mad. I wonder if we'll see grandma come in. I want to see grandpa. No, but anyway. But yeah, interesting to me. Super interesting. And then we have like they came to the conclusion that someone that I didn't really understand their logic. I think I didn't follow it enough because there was just so much dialogue that I was trying to piece it together and theorize myself while also reading it, and I kind of like threw myself off a bit. But they were talking about maybe I'll try to rewatch that scene and reread it when I'm editing to better understand it. But I don't know how they came to the conclusion that one of the kids is watching them. Um, like obviously we know because they've dropped like that girl with the glasses has been being a little weird this whole episode. But I don't know how they figured it out. They said something about they said they hired someone on to help her so she doesn't have to move as much. And they said what would help her do that. And I assume they were talking about Krone was there to help so she didn't have to, so she could work on things behind the scenes. But I don't know how they came to the conclusion that one of the kids is watching them as well, which seems like it might be the case. I'm wondering if it is a red herring, because I know some animes like to do that, like to make you think, like they make the glasses girl with the glare on them look so, evil or mischievous or whatever, and then it turns out she just wanted to ask some simple question, like, I can tell there's something on your mind, but I've been thinking about how to ask it. She could just say something like that, like, what have you guys been up to? And she might not have any relation to, like, Krone or Isabella at all, like, but there's also the fact that it might not be a red herring, and she could be the one that's, like, keeping an eye out, because I'm wondering if Isabella or Krone, like, said something to them, like, I don't know what she could say to, like, talk one of the kids into looking into one of the other kids, like, maybe she said, I think they're cheating on their tests or something. She could say that because they're the top scorers, right? So logically, maybe some of the other kids are a little jealous. And if you tell one of them that one of the people above you is cheating, you'd want to look into that and said, like, try to keep an eye on them and report back to me and let me know what they're up to. So that actually, I kind of like that theory, actually. So yeah, very interesting. Did we have much else this episode? They found the tracking device. They discussed like how to get rid of it, but it didn't really come to anything. They decided that they needed to wait, which makes sense because if they remove the tracking device, they'll see like the scar or like they'll have a cut behind their ear. if they try to break it while it's still like in their body, for one, they won't even know if it worked. They can't even confirm that. And two, if Sister Krone or Isabella decide to check the tracking like device, and they realize that, I don't know how it works, if it like points to the people or whatnot, but if it doesn't point to them anymore, then wouldn't they like know instantly that they somehow broke it, and would either, well, they're already suspicious of the top three, right? So they'd pretty much know that they're the ones that broke it. Like, I was thinking, like, maybe they can break on their own, like, and they'd have to be replaced. Like, maybe it's a normal thing. But with how suspicious they are of those three already, I don't think they would, like, go that route in thinking. I think they just assume, right? But yeah, so it's a very interesting show. I really want to see more. I was talking to my friend about it before I watched the episode, saying how I really hope we see the outside. We were making some jokes about how it could end in like a poor manner, and it would kind of stink if the season finale for these, like, I think it's 12 episodes in this one, we don't know if we're getting a second season yet or not, and sometimes anime do this where, if they don't get enough sales, they don't get a second season, or, maybe there's other factors involved, but, if they ended the season with them, like, jumping over the wall, and you just, like, seeing a very small glimpse of the outside world, and then it just ending, and I could very well see that happening, and that's gonna be kinda sad if it does, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it'll be cool because I'll be really excited for the next season, and that's probably their goal, but, or, try to get you to read the manga if, new ones don't come out. But, at the same time it would stink because I really want to know more about the structure of the outside. So this episode we learn that there is more farms, so it might be a good population, because I was even thinking this could be like a small cult, like these monsters could be living like in secret, and like the whole world might be normal except for this one little farm that's off in the boonies somewhere that no one knows about, that is harvesting and eating kids. And because I originally was thinking, like, my first thought was like post-apocalyptic, these are like alien type things, or like transformed humans, like some kind of experiment went wrong, and they have taken over pretty much the entire Earth and just have these farms. Like, the only bit of humanity left is the ones on the farms, because that's their food source, just breeding them like cattle. But it makes me wonder if, like, when I thought of that theory, I was like, ooh, it could be like some kind of underground thing, but if there's more farms, I guess it's more likely that it is like an apocalyptic situation where, like, humanity is on the brink of destruction, essentially. Or, like, I guess, yeah, on the brink of destruction, because if they're only in farms, then if there's no, like, resistance force, then humanity's in big trouble. But yeah, that's interesting. I thought of something that could be badass to see. I wouldn't mind, like, I do like them as kids using mind games to get around everything, but I think it would also be cool if, like, I could see a cool storyline going with Norman sacrificing himself for Emma and dying, and then Emma and Ray and, like, maybe a few of the other kids are, like, the last remaining ones, like, outside the wall, and we get, like, a time skip of them, like, 20-30 years or some, like, I don't know, or maybe, I guess for anime logic, they'd probably still make them, like, teens, so maybe, like, 5, 6, 7 years in the future to where they're, like, 15 to 18-ish age, and they're just, like, super badasses. Like, they've basically, like, hardened their minds and souls because of the loss of Norman and how hard it hit them, and maybe the loss of other kids on the way, and just have this, like, resolve to save humanity, and they're outside the wall, and now they're, like, as kids they had to use their brains, but now they're older and they can like fight, like, and they're just like wrecking these like what they call demons like left and right and stuff, and like starting a resistance. I don't think the show will go that route, but it was just something that I thought would be kind of cool to see. But I also really like the idea of mind games and strategy and stuff like that. That's also one of my favorite like genres in anime. Like I remember when I first watched Death Note, I really liked it because of like the mind games and strategy based around it. There are a few others, like I think there was an anime called Gate, I believe it was. There's more to the name, but I don't remember. It was one of those like opened a dimension to a fantasy world kind of thing, and the main character was very smart and like strategic. There was another one, I'll never remember the name of it, but it was like a military sort of one, and these leaders, like these guys, were very strategy heavy. Like they basically could come up with the best way to win fights, and they were like known for it and stuff. And I like all those kind of things, like full on strategy, like mind games, all that stuff, like predicting enemy movements and stuff like that, and having like their plans all come to fruition and work out like perfectly and everything. Anyway, I've talked enough about that crap. That's the kind of stuff that I like, so I don't mind if this stays the way it is, basically. But this is a really good episode. I think that's pretty much all the theories I've come up with for now. I might come up with a few more while I'm editing. I might notice something that I missed during my first watch through, because I almost watch through the entire episode again when I'm editing, trying to find like the important parts that I do want to keep in, and then the parts that I can cut out and everything. Probably a lot of the tag match I'll cut out and just keep some of like the key moments and stuff, so that way I can keep a lot of the other more important moments that happen, but stuff like that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. We'll be back next Friday. I release these on Fridays. We'll be back next Friday for episode 4, and unless something happens and there's some kind of delay, because I'm watching this as it's airing. So yeah, if there's some kind of delay where they skip a week, which I know happens occasionally, then obviously we'll be waiting till the next week to watch it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.